Art is supposed to be something which requires some level of talent and skill. Whether it's drawing, painting, music, acting, whatever. Art is meant to be something you look at and go, wow, that guy's talented. And I don't know what's happened in this modern era, but it's as if everything skill related has been changed to beginner mode and everyone gets credit. Which, by the way, is such backwards logic. We now have more means to creative expression than ever before, and yet we make the most underwhelming things with it. Right, I've had enough. So in this potential series, I'll talk about different forms of contemporary art that gets recognition for no legitimate reason. Now let me just clear something up. I'm not saying that all art has to be super detailed and hyper realistic or anything. Nevertheless, it must have some substance. It must have something commendable about it, except from it's never been done before. Because I think that's the problem. People seem to think that creativity and not done before are synonymous, and therefore assume that any rubbish they produce is fine as long as it hasn't been recycled yet. So to anyone who's guilty of this, let me bless you with some wisdom. Believe it or not, you can be the author of something crap. If you were the first to do something and the thing you were first to do is shambolic, all it means is that you're the original shamble. Yeah, I said it. Originality and creativity are not the same thing. Anyway, with that being said, let's move on. Alright, so let me start by listing the stupidest ones. Some artist from the Netherlands literally just painted a bunch of eggs on the floor, and no one questioned it. Some British guy called Damien Hirst literally just takes dead animals, puts them in formaldehyde, and that's the commendable thing about him. Some Canadian pillock made a dress out of nothing but literal meat, and it was displayed in the National Gallery of Canada. Tracy Emin literally took her unmade bed, and perhaps worst of all, there's a French guy called Marcel Duchamp who literally just bought a urinal, put a name and date on it, and then called it a fountain, with one of his main intentions being to lampoon those people who make art out of stupid things. And not only was this in of itself considered a commendable piece of art, but by many it's considered a revolutionary piece. I'm sorry, what? A revolutionary piece? What's revolutionary about it? Again, this was made specifically to make fun of those people who considered everything to be art. So ostensibly, the guys who considered this art had two options. They either accept that the guy has a point, or just force him to participate in the system. And by the way, on the topic of the so-called fountain, I searched it up to try and find the name of it, and I came across an article, and I'm not joking, it is the most delusional piece of literature I've ever read. This is an article from artsy.net which talks about how the urinal changed art forever. Is it really art? No. But anyway, according to Artsy, artists and intellectuals have both been debating this. No, they haven't. There is not a single genuine artist who's looking at this and is legitimately wondering whether or not this is art. Because it isn't. The clearest explanation of the topic is said to come from Beatrice Wood, and she says whether Mr. Mutt actually made the urinal or not has no relevance whatsoever. He chose it. Right, so not only do you not need to make good art in order to be recognised, but you don't even need to make it. Anyway, continuing, he's placed the urinal so that its useful significance has disappeared, and therefore created a new thought for the object. I mean, let's be honest, right? No, he hasn't. He literally hasn't. I mean, sure, it's not that useful as a urinal, but it's not changed. It's still a urinal. Not to mention, he's literally just rotated it. He's not even tried to change it, let alone create a new thought for it. Wood, who'd followed his work closely, recognised the groundbreaking power of the work. Yet now thinking about it, I can see why whoever wrote the article chose to stay anonymous. I'd be embarrassed myself if that was the type of stuff I was writing. To imbecile en cute. It's not simply about the pure aesthetic. It's about the message and the emotion. Message? Who cares that there's a bloody message? Mate, that's as tapped at saying it's not about the incoherent nonsense. It's about the sentiment behind the incoherent nonsense. Just because something has a message behind it doesn't mean it's art. Everything on this planet has or has had a purpose. Therefore, everything could essentially have a message, and using your logic, everything is, to an arguable extent, art. Well then, madam, here's my ready-made artwork, and here's my explanation as to why it should be art. So take your time to examine it, and let me know when you declare it a revolutionary piece, yeah? I actually didn't think I'd be able to make a video this long, But it seems that this single urinal has managed to annoy me to the point that I've ad-libbed for about 2 minutes. But anyway, in conclusion, that's not art. Neither is that, nor that, or bloody that. You don't need a brain to see that. Stop acting like it is.